Tonight is on a island. It's about time we're making up. I told you wasn't with me waking up. Now you for sale.
Hello and welcome to a brand new video. It is me, V. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure you guys are liking and subscribing, commenting, following me on all other social media. Because I'm just gonna be dropping content now. Like I haven't made videos in such a long time, and I'm just ready to just get back in here and get back on this platform and just really just drop a bunch of stuff for you guys. So I wanted to do some segments or some videos on basically like girl talk, having advice for girls, younger girls, girls in our 20s. You know, this is my last year in my 20s. I'm gonna be 29 this year, which is crazy for me to think about, like, that I'm gonna be 29. And so me being you know, in my last year in my 20s, I feel like I have been through so much. Like literally anything you can think of, I've probably been through it. Like, no lie. I've been through so much, and I've learned so many valuable lessons, and just I've been through so many different experiences that I feel like I have so much advice that I could give to younger girls who probably don't have someone that they can talk to, or friends or older sisters, or, you know, can't talk to their parents. I want to be like that big sister for you guys and just give you guys some advice and just save you guys a lot of pain and just a lot of lessons that you don't have to go through if you just listen to what I'm telling you and just take my advice, you know what I'm saying? And so I have so many topics that I want to talk about. So I have so many opinions on so many different things. And so I'm definitely going to be dropping like a new like type of like advice, girl talk type of video once a week or once every other week. I'm not really sure how I plan on doing this, but I do know that I want to make this like a permanent section for my channel. And also, like, if you guys have any like questions that you guys might have, if you guys need some advice on anything that you might be going through, feel free to leave a question in the comments. Feel free to message me on Instagram, email me, whatever you feel comfortable doing, let me know. And then I will definitely give you the advice that I think would best help you in your situation. So the first topic that I want to have for the Girl Talk segment and series on my channel is going to be how to leave a toxic relationship. Because listen, I feel like everybody, you know what I'm saying, needs advice on this. I feel like everybody goes through this at least once in their life, where you just like, you're with someone that is so toxic, or you've been in a relationship that is so toxic that you know you need to get out. You know, you're like, this ain't it. Like, this is not it. But it's just, you don't even know where to begin. You know what I'm saying? And you don't even know where to start. And so this is gonna be for you, because I recently left a very toxic situation. And I'm gonna even say, like, mine was a little different. It was a lot, okay? It was a lot going on. It was a lot of lessons that I learned, a lot of things that I feel like I needed to go through to kind of be where I'm at now. Listen, this was not an easy road. This was very hard for me, and I'm still struggling. Like, it's still something that I have to deal with every single day, because at the end of the day, you know, when you're going through these really toxic situations or toxic relationships with people, you do develop a type of like trauma bond with them. Like, that's who you're used to. That's who you're used to being with. That's who you're used to being involved with. And so you do develop a type of trauma bond that's very hard to let go of. And unfortunately, it takes a lot of work to let go of it. It's not like your normal, typical breakup, because by the time you decide to leave the relationship, you have been so broken down mentally, emotionally, spiritually. I mean, in every way possible, though, you are at your lowest at every single point. And that's what it was for me. Like, when I finally decided to leave this relationship, I was at the lowest that I've ever been, because that relationship sucked so much energy out of me and so much life out of me that it took me to get out of this relationship to see, like, this was not me. Like, you know, like, it's those relationships where you look in the mirror and you're like, who am I looking at? Who is this person that I'm staring at? You know what I'm saying? And so I've been single now for like 6 months. I broke up with him in June. And so I've been single now for 6 months. It's November. It's going to be 6 months in November. And I feel like I can talk about this because it's been a long journey for me. I definitely have made some mistakes in the road, you know what I'm saying, down this journey of getting over this relationship. But now I feel like I'm finally in a space where I feel like myself again, and I feel good about myself again, and I just feel ready to just not necessarily date again, but just do the things that I used to do. Go out, enjoy my life, enjoy my friends, dedicate my time to work, because at one point in time, I didn't want to do any of those things. At one point in time, I wasn't doing any of those things. I was in my room crying and trying to figure out what happened. And you just can't be that way. You cannot let the what ifs and the questions of the relationship consume you so much that you just watch your life pass by. And so I want to give somebody some advice, somebody who might be going through the same thing, someone who might be thinking about leaving a relationship that's really toxic for them and that's really unhealthy, and they just don't know where to start. They don't know like the first step of how to let this type of situation go. I'm here to help you. I'm going to tell you the things that I did that really helped me, and just how I managed to just be here now. And in the space that I'm in now is like, I'm back, okay? I am back. 22, you almost had me, but 2023, listen, I'm back. The streets are calling, and I'm answering the phone call. So I wrote down some notes of just some bullet points that I feel like are like the most important ones that really, really helped me get over my relationship, my toxic relationship. Number one is, do not let your emotion take over your logic. That is so important when you're going through a breakup with someone that is toxic, or you're in a toxic relationship. It is so important that you do not let your emotions overtake the logic. It is so easy to get caught up in the, well, we had a good time this time, and he did this for me for my birthday and this day, and he took me on this date. Cut that off. Cut that off. Cut that off. Cut it. Don't even think about that, because you have to remember, yes, that did happen. But what's happening right now? What's happening to you right now? What did he do to you right now that you're even in a situation where you're unhappy and you're crying and you're questioning yourself and you're questioning your self-worth? That's the number one thing you have to remember. Like, especially for me, like towards the end of my relationship, when I tell y'all my ex was showing out, I mean, he was showing out, okay? He was really showing out. And you have to realize this is who this person is. This is what this person is capable of doing to you. So you have to understand that, and you have to understand that it's not going to get any better. Your situation is not going to get any better just because you want him to be a better person, or you want the relationship to be a better relationship. It doesn't matter how you feel. It doesn't matter that he was nice to you last month and last week he told you that you were the love of his life. What is he doing to you today that's making you feel the way you're feeling? And a lot of the times, the stuff that they're doing is like some reality TV, Love and Hip Hop, New York type stuff. No, a person who really cares about you and loves you is not going to have you questioning your self-worth. Is not going to be out here embarrassing you. Is not going to be out here disrespecting you, and then blaming you or whatever for what he did or she did, whoever you're with. Listen, you have to not let your emotions control what's really going on. You have to look at this from a logical standpoint. Is this really the kind of person that you want to deal with? once you stop thinking in the emotional and start thinking in the logical, you start looking like, this is not the kind of person I want to be with. This is not the person that I got with in the beginning. This is a completely different person. But understand, that person that they showed you at the end of y'all's relationship is exactly who they are. And you have to remember what they did to you. They are willing to do that to a person they claim they loved. And if you forgive that, there's no telling what else he will do to you, okay? So that's an important thing. You have to just accept things for what it is. Take your little L and just move on from that. Like, really, you just have to do it. The second thing is feel your feelings and feel your emotions, but do not let them overtake you. Like, do not let them overtake you. I know that it's very easy to just want to just, especially when you're going through heartbreak and a really bad breakup, it's really easy to want to just like be in your bed, lay in your bed, don't talk to nobody, cry, look at pictures, write paragraphs down. Why did you do? Don't do that, okay? If you need to have your day or two where you sit at home and you cry, you know what I'm saying, and you're just ugly crying and watching the Titanic or whatever it is that you need to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you have to grieve this relationship. I know for me, like, it was very hard in the beginning. You know, when I first realized, like, I need to let this man go for real, it was really hard for me in the beginning because he really was my best friend. Like, this was somebody that for almost 2 years, I was with him almost every single day. We really were more than just boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. Like, that was my friend for real. He's probably one of the only people in the world who knows everything about me. Like, literally everything about me. He knows everything about me. And so for me, like, it was hard to wake up and not be able to call him, not text him, not see him. You know what I'm saying? I was very angry because, like, what he did to me was so messed up. And it was kind of like, you did this to me. Like, be serious. Like, are you serious?
You raggedy bitch.
So it's very hard. You know, it's a very confusing place to be in the beginning because it's kind of like, this is the person that I said I love you too. We said we was gonna be forever. Like, we said we were gonna be forever, and this is where we at right now. You know what I'm saying? And so it's very hard. You have to grieve it. You have to be sad some days. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, don't just sit in that space of sadness. Don't just sit in that space of whys and, well, what if I did this? Don't do that, because nothing good comes from that. Nothing is gonna change. They did what they did. You have to move on. That's just the reality. That is just the reality of the situation. And so, you know what I'm saying? For me, it was important to just have my day or two where I was crying. But then the rest of this week, I'm busy. I'm working out. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. You know what I'm saying? And so that comes into like my third point, which is focus 100% on yourself during this time. I mean, be so selfish with your time. So selfish with your time. You just are so laser focused and consumed with yourself. You need to come out a different person out of this. You know what I'm saying? Don't let this experience happen and you not learn nothing from it, because the worst thing that you can do is go through an experience like this and not take the lessons that you were supposed to learn, and then you go 6 months to a year later, however long later, you go into another relationship and then you're going through the same thing again because you didn't take the time to yourself to learn these lessons. I know some people say the best way to get over somebody is to get up under somebody else. That's people's favorite saying. I'm not saying they're wrong. I'm just saying don't do that for real. Like, if you're really hurt, from your relationship and you're just really heartbroken, don't do that. Really focus on yourself. Do things that are gonna make you feel better about yourself. You need to rebuild your confidence. You need to rebuild yourself block by block by block, stone by stone by stone, brick by brick. Like, you really need to just like really focus on yourself. So like for me, I started working out, you know what I'm saying? I started working out every day. I started eating better. I started sleeping more. I started journaling, therapy. I really sat down and like thought about like the person that I want to be in the next few years. Like, where do I want to be when I'm 35? What do I want to look like? You know what I'm saying? Like, what do I want my career to look like? Just really like laser focused on myself and just like what I wanted to do, you know what I'm saying, in the next couple of years. So I have goals now. So okay, like I know that I want to own this, or I want to work in this field, and I want to do this. Okay, so what are the steps that I need to take to make this reality happen? That's what you need to do too. So you need to sit down and you need to, you know what I'm saying, write down some goals. How do you want to look physically? How do you want to be mentally? How do you want to be spiritually? Where do you want to be financially? Where do you want to be career-wise? Do you want to move? Do you want to stay in this city? Like, you have to really just think about all the things that you want and then write down those goals. And then every day, do something towards those goals. Do something to make yourself feel better. That's going to go towards those goals. Even if it's little things like working out for 15, 20, 30 minutes, that's going to make you feel better. That's going to slowly rebuild your confidence. You want to just be busy. The sadness is not going to go away. It's going to be times when you're working or you're working out and you're going to get a flashback like, dang, he really did this. Or, you know what I'm saying? You're just going to remember a time that, oh, he really liked this. Or, you know, it's going to happen. But at least you're keeping your mind busy and you're keeping yourself busy and you're doing things that are beneficial for you. So you start feeling good again. Like I said, building your self-confidence again after a relationship that has broken you down so much is so important. Like, it's really, really important. The fourth thing is go no contact. I know the girls love to say, I'm not gonna block nobody because that shows that I'm bothered and I want him to see how good I look.
Whatever that means.
And blah, blah, blah. That sounds good, but block him, please. All that, oh, I want him to see me, and what do you want him to see you for? He doesn't care. Like, let's keep it 1,000%. They don't care. Why are you leaving that door open? That man just dragged you through the mud and embarrassed you, and you talking about something, I'm not gonna block him so he can see how good I look. He doesn't care. He does not care. That doesn't do anything for him at all. It's making you feel better because you think that he's up thinking about you. I'm not saying he's not, but if you think this man really sitting at home like, I want to see her and this is the same person who did those terrible things to you. And you're leaving that door open because you want him to slide in your DMs like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean, I should have never done what I did. No. When you're done with somebody, you gotta be done with somebody and close that chapter and keep it moving, okay? Going no contact is going to be your best way to emotionally detach from this person. It's hard as hell. I'm not saying that it's not. It is super hard, especially when it's somebody that you've been talking to for a couple years, couple months, all day, every day. Yes, it's hard, but you need to do it. You need to emotionally detach from this person, because if not, you're going to continue to leave that door open and he's going to keep sliding in, sliding out, sliding in, sliding out, and you're going to keep getting hurt and keep getting hurt and keep getting hurt. And I had to learn that the hard way, because when I was done with my ex, I was like, I'm not talking to him, blah, blah, blah. But then, you know, the emotions started, well, maybe we can have a conversation. That conversation didn't do nothing for me. You know what he did in that conversation? Lie. Like, it doesn't do anything for you. It's not helping you. You're not gonna get closure. You know, like, it's just not gonna happen. So you need to just go no contact and really block them. Block them everywhere. Like, when I tell you, the only way this man could ever contact me again is if one of his friends hit me up, which we're not gonna talk about that. But block the friends too. Block everybody that's associated with your ex. I'm serious. You don't that's what I did. I blocked everybody that was cool with him, associates. You might have been at this, I don't care. You're blocked. I don't want to see this man's name. I don't want to see this man's face. I don't want to see nothing related to him. Nothing. So I blocked him. I went to the extreme though, y'all. Like, I really went and changed my whole phone number on this person. I was serious about us never speaking again, because to me it's kind of just like, there's nothing for me and you to talk about. I will never forgive you. I'm not gonna respect you. So what are we keeping communication for? So I went out my way and I changed my number and everything, so he really can never contact me again. But you need to do that. You need to just not speak to them. That is gonna be the fastest way that you're going to get over a person. Like, it's the truth. The last thing that I want to say that I feel like goes into with like no contact and not talking to somebody is, don't go stalking their social media from your little fake pages. Don't do it. I know you want to see what he's doing. I know you want to see who he's talking to. I know you want to see if he's messing with this girl or that girl. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't go on his page. Don't go on the new girl's page. Don't go on his ex's page. Don't go on his mama's page. Don't go on his friends. Whoever he's cool with, stop going on their pages. And I really mean this. And let me tell you why, okay? Well, this is so important because, again, I had to learn the hard way. Social media is a facade. People can portray themselves to be whoever they want to be on social media. People can put this front on like they're so happy, like they're living the best life possible, and really behind closed doors be the most miserable they've ever been in their life. Okay? And especially when it comes to like you messing with somebody and being, in a relationship with somebody, nobody is gonna put on social media that they're getting played. Nobody is gonna put on social media that they haven't ate in 3 days because they got $3 in their bank account. Nobody's gonna put on social media that they just lost their home. No one is gonna do that. And so it's important for you to understand that people are gonna post whatever they wanna post. And that's just the truth. And so if you're going on the new girl's page and she like, oh my God, he's so amazing and he's this and he did this for me and oh my God, he's so great. And you're sitting there like, damn, like, so is he treating her better than he treated me? Or is he gonna love her better than he loved me? No. Get that idea of him treating somebody else better than you out of your freaking head. Especially if you were a good girlfriend. Especially if you did what you needed to do. If you made some mistakes and you apologized, whatever. If you were a good person to this man and he still did you dirty, he's not gonna treat the next girl better than he treated you. It's not possible. It's not realistic. And let me tell you why. Do you know how much work it takes for somebody to really change at their core as a person? Like, really change. Really, really change. People need to do a lot of self-reflection, have a lot of accountability, go to therapy, work on it every single day. Becoming a different person, becoming a better person, it takes work. You don't just wake up one day and like, oh, I'm better. I'm bigger and better. No, you don't. It takes work to be a better person. You know your ex better than anybody. You were in a relationship with this person. Does this person have accountability? Probably not. Does this person go to therapy? You know damn well your ex does not go to no freaking therapy. Does your ex have any type of self-reflection? You know he doesn't. So why the hell do you think that he's gonna give this new girl a different version that you weren't gonna get? It's not realistic. You have to remember as well, like, a lot of times the new girls that they get into a relationship with right after you are the rebounds. They're not even they're the rebound girls. The same, we just gotta be for real, y'all. Like, you just have to be for real and just think logically. Like, if this man treated all his past 5 girlfriends like shit and cheated on all 5 of them, she just gonna be number 6. And then number 7 is coming after. Like, he has not changed. So stop this idea of going on this new girl's page or going on the ex's page or going on whoever's page that he's messing with now, thinking that he's this amazing man. It's a front, it's a facade. You know damn well that's not true, because at one point in time, that's what you thought too. At one point in time, you were like, I don't know why girls are saying this about him. I don't know why anyone is saying these bad things about him. He treats me great. He treats me like a princess. Yeah, and then 6 months later, look at you. Lost weight, hair coming out, haven't gone out. Like, just don't fall for it. You're torturing yourself, and just don't fall for it. You know it's not true. Don't do it. I hope that these tips just help you just put things into a better perspective. Understand that this is just a moment in time. It is not going to be forever that you feel this way. It's not going to be forever that you're sad. The grass is really greener on the other side. It's going to take some work for you to hop that fence. It's not an easy journey at all. Trust me, like, it's November and I'm finally back to myself. But trust and believe, like, things get better. It always gets better. There's always better. Focus on yourself. Get yourself on a good headspace. Get yourself, level yourself up to a point where it's like, that's not even your type no more. Ugh, please. He could never talk to me. Like, that's how you need to be thinking. Like, could never. Like, you have to just have that mindset and just understand, like, learn these lessons. You have to go through this for a reason. Learn those lessons and just become a better person out of it, okay? Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys later.